Imagine a company that grew from a humble startup to one of the most influential forces shaping our future in just a few years. Behind the scenes, however, its journey was filled with secrecy, power struggles, and betrayals. What really happened inside the company that promised to democratize artificial intelligence? From a dramatic founding dinner to a sudden CEO overthrow, OpenAI's explosive growth and twisted beginnings offer crucial insights into the future of AI and its impact on humanity. The origins and mission shift. OpenAI began in 2015 with a bold promise to develop artificial intelligence safely and openly for the benefit of all humanity. Founded by influential tech figures including Sam Altman, Elon Musk, Greg Brockman, and Ilya Sutskever, the organization was set up as a nonprofit dedicated to transparency and collaboration. Its founders feared that profit motives could lead to dangerous misuse of AI, so they envisioned a world where AI development would be shared openly rather than locked behind corporate walls. The goal was to rival dominant companies like Google by creating AI technology that remained accessible and aligned with human values. At its earliest stages, OpenAI was a modest project operating out of a shared apartment, with resources coming from pledged investments totaling over $1 billion. The team experimented with varied projects, from building an AI to play the complex game Dota 2 to working on robot assistants, but lacked a focused strategic plan. Yet, despite their modest beginnings, the group shared a grand vision: the creation of artificial general intelligence, or AGI. AGI, they believed, was the potential last invention humanity would make, a machine capable of understanding and learning any task, surpassing human intelligence. The stakes were clear even then. The team spoke openly about AI's capacity to solve the world's biggest problems, from disease to poverty, while acknowledging its profound risks. They warned of dangers like automated weapons, fake news on an unimaginable scale, and unintended consequences of superintelligent systems acting beyond human control. For them, AI was both a miracle and a menace, with the power to reshape civilization or threaten its very existence. This early tension between hope and fear would define OpenAI's journey in surprising ways. If the origin set the stage, technological breakthroughs soon propelled OpenAI far beyond its competitors. Breakthroughs and technology leap. A defining moment for OpenAI and AI at large came with the rise of a new architecture called the Transformer, introduced by Google engineers in 2017. Unlike previous AI systems that required specifically labeled data, Transformers allowed machines to learn from messy, unlabeled information, effectively teaching themselves language and concepts more broadly. This architectural leap enabled the creation of more general and powerful models, capable of understanding and generating human-like language across countless topics and tasks. Seizing this opportunity, OpenAI built upon the Transformer design to develop the GPT series, generative pre-trained transformers, that dramatically advanced natural language processing. These models could absorb vast amounts of text from the internet, learning patterns and generating coherent, context-aware responses to almost any prompt. This shift from narrow, task-specific AI to a more universal and flexible intelligence marked a seismic change in the field. This rapid progress was fueled not only by better algorithms, but also by the explosion of data and computational power enabled by the internet and cloud computing. With near-limitless digital content as training material and access to massive computing resources, OpenAI transformed AI research from slow, incremental advances into a sprint toward capabilities once thought decades away. With transformative technology accelerating so quickly, OpenAI soon faced critical decisions about its future identity and funding. The shift to for-profit. In 2018, OpenAI encountered a turning point that reshaped its direction. Elon Musk's resignation from the board exposed deeper tensions within the organization. Musk, worried about conflicts of interest as Tesla developed its own AI, had also wanted to take a more active leadership role at OpenAI, which the board declined. His departure meant losing a large portion of promised funding, placing significant financial strain on the young company. This crisis pushed OpenAI to reconsider its nonprofit status to attract the capital necessary for cutting-edge AI research. To secure sizable investments and scale operations, OpenAI restructured into a capped profit company, allowing outside investors to fund the organization while limiting their returns. This shift permitted aggressive partnerships, most notably with Microsoft, which invested approximately $1 billion and provided critical cloud computing infrastructure. Though financially necessary, this pivot sparked a backlash from those who viewed it as a betrayal of OpenAI's original mission to democratize AI. Critics argued that the move made OpenAI less transparent and more secretive, contradicting the open ethos it once championed. Despite these controversies, the change enabled OpenAI to develop world-leading products and remain competitive in the escalating AI race. However, questions about how profit motives influence safety, ethical considerations, and technology sharing began to shadow the company's remarkable breakthroughs. This tension between commercial success and responsible innovations would fuel dramatic conflicts and leadership struggles within OpenAI in the years to come. As OpenAI's internal struggles unfolded, the public would soon witness the tangible outcomes of this high-stakes gamble. Want to stay updated on this fascinating journey? Like and subscribe for more insights on AI's explosive growth and its impact on the future. Internal conflict and CEO coup. OpenAI's meteoric rise was shadowed by growing tensions beneath the surface, tensions that culminated in a shocking leadership upheaval. In November 2023, Sam Altman, the charismatic CEO and public face of the company, was abruptly fired by the board. Officially, they cited concerns over his candor, accusing him of misleading communication and a loss of trust. Yet behind this vague explanation lay a tangled web of disputes, including power struggles, disagreements over company direction, and clashes with other board members like Helen Toner, who once questioned the safety of rival AI projects. This sudden ousting triggered one of the most dramatic employee revolts in recent tech history. Nearly the entire staff of roughly 800 signed petitions demanding Sam's reinstatement, threatening mass resignations if their leader was not brought back. Co-founder Greg Brockman resigned in solidarity, and the company's culture rallied around the idea that OpenAI was nothing without its people. Meanwhile, Microsoft stepped in, offering refuge to Sam and Greg along with job offers for any other employees ready to jump ship. The unrest exposed a deep divide between the board's strategic vision and the company's heart. The fallout from this boardroom drama came just as OpenAI's products were reshaping public conversations about AI and technology. The impact of ChatGPT and beyond. When OpenAI quietly released ChatGPT in November 2022, few expected the seismic effect it would have. Initially described internally as a modest research preview, the chatbot nonetheless captured global attention at an unprecedented pace, reaching 100 million users in just 2 months, 4 times faster than Facebook's early growth. ChatGPT changed how everyday people interacted with AI, offering a conversational experience that felt intuitive, knowledgeable, and surprisingly human. The success of ChatGPT sparked a fierce arms race across the tech world. Microsoft doubled down with a $10 billion investment and incorporated OpenAI technology into its products, while competitors scrambled to catch up with their own AI-powered assistants and generators. Meanwhile, OpenAI expanded its offerings beyond text, pioneering breakthroughs in image and video generation with tools like DALL-E and Sora. Despite safety concerns and public scrutiny, OpenAI's relentless innovation continued to push boundaries. Sam Altman's vision of AI as a force for abundance and global betterment resonated widely, even as questions mounted about AI's societal impact. ChatGPT did not just signal a new product, it signaled a new era in technology, where AI would disrupt industries, reshape jobs, and challenge humanity's relationship with machines. But with so much power in so few hands, the future remained as uncertain as ever. The balance between innovation and responsibility would define OpenAI's journey going forward in ways no one could yet predict. The future and ethical challenges. OpenAI stands at the forefront of a technological revolution, but the path ahead is filled with uncertainty and profound ethical questions. As AI continues to advance rapidly, concerns about safety, misuse, and accountability grow louder, both inside the company and across society. Some former OpenAI employees have spoken out, accusing the company of prioritizing profits over rigorous safety checks, while others have left to create rival organizations focused on building safer AI alternatives. This internal divide highlights the tension between innovation speed and the cautious development needed to avoid unintended harm. Beyond corporate debates, AI's societal impact is already reshaping industries, politics, and everyday life in unexpected ways. Automated systems threaten jobs, but also open new opportunities for creativity and efficiency, forcing humanity to rethink work, privacy, and responsibility. With AI-generated misinformation spreading faster and more convincingly than ever, questions about trust and authenticity become critical. Moreover, the potential for AI to power autonomous weapons or surveillance tools raises urgent calls for regulation and international cooperation to prevent dangerous abuses. OpenAI's journey reveals a complex blend of visionary ambition, fierce competition, and ethical challenges that shape how AI will transform our world. Its rise from startup scrappiness to global powerhouse shows just how quickly technology can change, but also how important it is to question who controls that change. If you found this deep dive into OpenAI's story insightful, please like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the tech shaping our future. Thanks for watching.